In this video, I will show an alternate flavor for peanut butter with sesame seeds and carob powder included. 1 cup of roasted peanuts. I use peanuts because they provide lot of fats, energy that is required for me to run the day. They have a very good taste and I think they have a good amount of protein as well, which is very useful to developing the tissues in the human body. So I use peanuts quite a bit. 1/3 cup of sesames. Sesame is more like a seed or grain, but then they do have fats because sesame oil is also extracted. So I believe they provide healthy energy through those fats. Also, sesames have plenty of calcium that is very useful to bone development. So I use sesames whenever it is possible. 1/3 cup or equivalent to 6 soft dates. They provide good binding as well as a sweet taste to the peanut butter that I am going to make. Plus, dates are good for the blood and have antioxidants which help develop immunity. 1 tablespoon of carob powder. Carob is kind of similar to cocoa, but it is not the same. Carob powder has got a flavor which is sweet in taste, unlike cocoa which is bitter, and it has a slightly different taste as to compared to cocoa. So I prefer to use this once in a while. If you do not have carob powder, you can replace this with cocoa as well. As just understand that it will be a little more bitter, therefore you may need to add 2 more soft dates. A pinch of Himalayan pink sea salt. The sodium in the salt is actually required for the brain to function effectively. In addition to that, although sodium is available in all food products, even if you do not consume any salt artificially, it is still a healthy way of living. But then I tend to include salt once in a while in certain dishes so that it invigorates the tongue and makes everything a little more tastier. Therefore, it is also called as taste enhancer. I will be dumping all of these things in a high speed blender. If you do not have a high speed blender, you can use a regular blender as well. Just understand that this will take a little longer and it may not be as smooth, which is fine. So I am going to process this in the high speed blender for whatever length of time it takes. It shouldn't take very long in a high speed blender. And I will be using this tamper rod to make sure that everything is consistently going down the blender blades, and then we get a smooth, fine, consistent peanut butter. Start with a low speed and then increase up to a high speed. By the way, it just occurred to me, I forgot to add some coconut oil which will give some amount of fluidity. I intended to add it as soon as I put everything in the blender and I forgot. So now we will add some coconut oil. I think 2 tablespoons or less should be adequate. Now it is possible to get the peanut butter without the coconut oil as well. Adding the coconut oil will make it a little more liquidy, and therefore it will be easier to spread. So I am adding, I think, roughly 1.5 to 2 tablespoons of coconut oil. Actually this is more. I think I will add about 1 tablespoon of coconut oil. That should be adequate. I don't want more than that because I do not want coconut oil to have a very strong left in the final taste. I would rather have sesame and peanuts as my primary flavoring agents. So we'll run it again. Now I don't know whether you can see, there is a slight oil formation from the peanuts coming up at this time. You can see the design here. So you shouldn't be processing the peanut for longer once this oil has started forming. If you process it too longer, the oil will be separated from the peanut and it will not have a smooth fine taste, as well as the consistency will not be good as well. So therefore I am not going to process it for very long. After this, I just stopped it to show you, as soon as this oil formation is made, you shouldn't be running it for longer. I could use a spatula or something at this point of time to ensure that whatever part is there at the bottom comes to the top, and vice versa. Let me find out where is my spatula. Now you can see it is still powdery at the top, but then it will be somewhat liquidy at the bottom, and that's why I am making sure that I am mixing it this well. Because of the sesame seeds that I have added this time, it was more powdery like, and then the consistency that I would get quickly from just peanuts did not happen. So I added another 1 tablespoon of coconut oil, and now it should have a smooth consistency as we process it for longer. When we have a consistency such as this, a flower formation, that is when we know that it is completed now. So here is the final product. As you can see, it is smooth, relatively smooth in texture, soft, easily spreadable on the bread or anything that you wish for. It's definitely quite exciting. I have a feeling that the sesame has added more powderiness to the entire peanut butter that I made, but I will have to taste it to confirm if it is true or not. But it definitely looks very exciting. I think at the end I feel that I could have done with a little less of coconut oil as well, but right now it looks quite good and exciting in any case. Tasting time, very exciting time as always, because I seem to make new items every time, and this is a very unique combination. I do not know if anyone else has tried it earlier. It's a combination of sesames, which are more like seeds or grains, but they are fatty ones because oil is extracted from them, as well as from peanuts, which are also fatty nuts. Pretty good combination. I think both will be tasty, and with the addition of carob powder, I think it's going to taste well, but let me check it out anyway. A good unique taste indeed. Like I felt halfway through, I think the sesame seeds did not become as smooth as the peanuts. Therefore, there's a little bit of powderiness, and that little bit of powderiness could also be added or enhanced because of the carob powder which I added. Carob powder does not dissolve, so the powderiness will still remain, and it has got a very unique taste. It doesn't feel exactly like a peanut butter. It is a unique combination, like I said in the beginning. It is very, very tasty. It is creamy. At the same time, there can be some powderiness felt also. It is good. I like it overall. I can eat it just like that, or I can spread it on bread, or anything that I feel like. Crackers, for example, dehydrated crackers could be even better. It's not very, very soft that it will flow down. At the same time, it is not hard as well. It has got a smooth, nice, soft texture, which is how I want it. It does have a little bit of stickiness. I think the stickiness is because of the dates that we have added and the sesame seeds. Sesame seeds, when they are ground completely, it becomes tahini, and tahini is kind of a little sticky in nature. So that little bit of stickiness is there, but it isn't something that bothers me. I like it. I think this is something that you should give it a shot. Try it out at home. Make a different combination of peanut butter this time. Use a combination such as this. See if you like it. Do let me know if you encounter any challenges while making this, or if it has come out very well. In that case also do let me know. I think you and your family will enjoy living up, eating up healthy foods in your life. Do not buy the commercially bought products from off the shelf which have got emulsifiers, all kinds of chemicals which are added, non-organic in nature. This is a completely organic food, healthy food. I think you should try it out. Thank you for watching the video so far. If you liked it, please click on that like button, because that is what encourages me to make more videos. And if you have not subscribed to my channel, do subscribe to my channel. I have presented lots of healthy recipes. You might like at least some of them for you to try it out for yourself, for your friends and your family, of course. Now have a nice day or evening, whatever is left for you. Bye bye.